Hey guys, Alan here from Generation Tech. So I've been checking the comments section on our Who's Rey's Father video, and there's been a lot of great theories out there, some really funny ones, and this all really got me thinking about who Rey's mother is. Now, there are many different theories. Some people think Rey's mother will be like someone like Mara Jade from the non-canon EU. Other people are saying it's Princess Leia, but I'm starting to think the answer might lie in the upcoming film Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now, most of my theory is based off of one scene in Force Awakens early on in the movie or novel, where Rey is inside her house, a destroyed AT-AT walker. So Rey has a rebel pilot helmet belonging to Captain Dosmit Ræh, or at least I think it's pronounced Raeh, and she's a pilot from the Tierfon Yellow Aces. Now, it says in the Force Awakens visual dictionary that Rey scavenged the helmet, possibly even from this X-Wing. This puzzled me at first because the Tierfon Yellow Aces were a Y-Wing squadron which was disbanded, and some of its members were grouped with other pilots to form Red Squadron before the first assault on the Death Star. Which means by the time of the Battle of Jakku, the Tierfon Yellow Aces would not have existed for several years already. Now, it is possible, of course, Captain Dosmit Ræh served in another squadron and continued wearing her Yellow Aces helmet when she was shot down over Jakku. Also, I found it strange that her helmet was slightly different from the ones worn by Yellow Aces pilot Jektano Porkins in A New Hope. I had initially thought that maybe Rey was given this helmet before she was dropped on Jakku, but the Rey Survival Guide companion book debunks that. The helmet was one of the first things that Rey salvaged during her time on the planet. It also says in that book that Rey would often imagine what kind of adventures Captain Dosmit Ræh would have. So she obviously is infatuated by this pilot who is perhaps the only hero she has to look up to in this horrible, desert wasteland. I even think there's the possibility that Rey chose her own name and named herself after the mysterious pilot. So Rey is obviously very interested in the rebellion. She even crafted a rebel pilot doll out of straw and some scraps at the age of 10. But what I want to know is, did she naturally just become interested in the Rebel Alliance as she was, rummaging through the battlefield graveyards of Jakku, or was she influenced by her family who were part of the rebellion and, more importantly, pilots in the Rebel Alliance? So, if Luke is Rey's father, it is very likely this mysterious unmentioned mother figure could be a rebel pilot, one of the members of the ragtag group depicted in the Rogue Squadron movie. Now, Rogue Squadron was created by Luke Skywalker and Wedge Antilles after The Empire Strikes Back. So it's definitely possible that Luke would have started a relationship with someone in the squad. And yes, I think Luke would go against the old Jedi code of celibacy. I mean, after all, it runs in the family. Anakin Skywalker did it. And also, he simply wasn't around Yoda and Obi-Wan long enough to inherit those rules. I mean, he even hooks up with his own sister.
I'll be back.
Anyway, the movie Rogue One is set before A New Hope, which means technically Rogue Squadron hasn't even been created yet, which also means it follows the future members of Rogue Squadron in their former squadrons, which means Felicity Jones, one of the main stars of Rogue One, might be Captain Dosmit Ræh of the Tierfon Yellow Aces, which also means she could be Rey's mom. Now, I know it's a long shot and it relies on a lot of random coincidences and ham-fisted foreshadowing, but knowing what Disney has done with the Marvel movies, I see this as a perfect opportunity for them to connect these stories together and build up even more hype for Star Wars Episode 8. So that's all I got for you guys today. Please let me know what you think about my theory. I look forward to discussing with you guys in the comment section. And as usual, please give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, if you're watching this, you are Generation Tech. First tries out her Jedi mind trick skills. That's right, James Bond was Rey's first Jedi mind trick victim. Badass. Parents like Luke on the harsh desert planet of Jakku, which is very similar to Tatooine, the planet both Anakin and Luke grew up on.